Hello and welcome back to my channel, Web and Apps with Edith. Today I'll be showing the demo of form tag. In my previous video, we have already seen what are form tags, what are the attributes that go with it. So we'll be seeing a demo of all that in this video. If you have not watched my video, I'll be putting up the link in the description box or on the right hand side top. You can see a card appearing. You can click on it anytime and you can watch that too. So let's get started. To create a form, we need to write a form tag first. So as usual, I have kept my skeleton ready. So I'm writing a form tag, and form tag is a container tag. So we need to write a closing tag for the form as well. And inside the form tag, we need to write input tag. With input tag, the attribute that goes is type. So input type is equal to text. So we'll just save this and we'll run to see what exactly is the output is coming. So you can see a text box is appearing over here. So when we wrote input type is equal to text, we can see a text box is inserted. Now I just write name and I save this. I can see when I run this, I can see a name has appeared over there. So this says that this text box is where you're gonna enter name. And this is the label for it. So I've just written a name. As we know, anything written inside the body tag is displayed on the browser page. But it's a good habit to use a label tag, because when you'll be doing long forms, you need to capture the value. It's better to use a label tag. So label is a container tag. So we'll need to close the label tag, and then we'll have input type is equal to text. And as I said, for further data to be captured, we need to give a name to the text box as well. So right now, if I give name is equal to F name, so I need to take in what? First name. So I can just change this to first name. So it is a first name. So when I run this, I can see that first name has come. So when I run this, I can see first name inside the label, and there is a text box that has come. Input type is equal to text and name is equal to F name. It has to be inside the double quotes. Now I can even try inserting another label as password. I'm entering a label called as password, and for that I am going to give you input type is equal to password. So when I give input type is equal to password, let's see what the difference that comes in. It's a password field, and when you enter something, it is coming in the bulleted format. That means it is in a crypted format. So that's the use of input type is equal to submit. And when I give normal text, input type is equal to text, it is just taking the different text data that is there. And even the numbers it is taking into consideration. So if I try to give one more data, so it's like age, and I say input type is equal to number, and I save it. So I just need to give here a break tag because I want it to come on to the next line. So if I give age is equal to number, even if I enter ABCD, it will not take. But as I soon enter 1, 2, 3, it is gonna take the value. So that's what is the main difference between input type is equal to text, type is equal to password, and type is equal to number. So these are the few things that are needed for our registration form or any kinds of forms that we are trying to create. So this is about input. Same way we can have text area tag. So text area tag, as I explained in my previous video, it talks about the number of rows and columns that you want to display. So you give rows is equal to 4 and columns is equal to 5, and you close the text area. You close the text area. So it's a text area, it's a container tag. So you need to close the text area tag. So once you close and you refresh your page, you can see a text area has appeared, and it is stretchable, as I had explained in my previous video that these lines says that you can stretch this text box. So you are stressing your text box based on your need. So right now I have inserted, if I want to reduce it just for the references because of the space, I'll just reduce it to row 2 so that the visibility is proper. So you can see this text is only of one line. So you can insert only one data. But at the same time, in the text area, you can insert multiple lines of data. But the visibility of the text area is of 2 lines. This is one, the cursor is there, and this is the second line. So this is the first line and this is the second line. That's what is the text area space it takes. But you can keep on entering data, and as your value is long, it will enable a scroller. If you don't want any further data to come in and your line is only 2 line data, scroller will not be there. But as soon as it goes out of the scope, your scroll bar appears. So you can scroll the data and you can check your info as well. Comments, feedback, for all those things you can use text area. Now let's see the use of select tag. So if I use select tag, and we learned that with select tag the option tag has to come in. So I give option tag, and with the option I give the value. So right now I'm giving just a country name like India, and I close my option tag, and I give another option as US, and I close my option tag. It's a container tag, so we need to close. Same way it's a select tag, which is a container tag, so we close the select tag. Over here I'll just try to give one more label, that is your country. So I've given label country and I have closed the label. So now I refresh my page to see what exactly it shows. So you can see a country is come, and in that there's a drop down list. The first value is been displayed. So India followed by US. This is because of the select. So it's a drop down list that has come based on the option. So as many options as you want, you can select and you can increase over them. Then with the select, you have size is equal to 3. You can give size as an attribute. So when you try to give size is equal to 3, you can see the data of 3 is visible. Right now I have inserted only 3. So if I try to give option and I say NZ New Zealand, and I just save it as option, and if I give one more option and I say Canada, and I close the option tag and I just save and run, you can see 3 data is visible because I gave size is equal to 3. So 3 is visible, and for the fourth one I'll have to scroll. I can select only one data. You can see the selection is happening only for one. Even if I try to do a control selection, it is not happening. It is selecting only one data. So that is with the help of select, and the size is equal to 3. In this only, if I try to add multiple. So till now with the size is equal to 3 and the data, it's like a drop down list. So since I've given a size is equal to 3, the display mode has changed to the 3 data that is to be visible. So it is called as list. But when we didn't give size is equal to 3, it was showing us like a drop down list. So that's a drop down list. Now I am giving multiple. So with multiple, I can select multiple datas together. So I can select India, and with control, I can select another data. As see, with control, I can select both datas together. So that is the use of multiple. So when you have to mention like select 3 hobbies, select 3 destinations that you want to visit. If you have any questions of that sort, then you can give a drop down list or a list box where you are allowing them to select multiple. In drop down list, it's difficult. So you need to convert it into a list where you'll have to give the size and the multiple option. So it will allow you to select the multiple data that is there. So with this, you can select the multiple data as well. So this is about your select tag. We also learned about buttons. So if I write input type is equal to button and I close my tag, I can see a button appearing onto my screen. You can see a small button which is clickable is appeared. it doesn't have any data on it. So I need to give value is equal to OK. Now this OK will be displayed on my button. So you can see OK has come. So this is now in the same time I have input type is equal to submit button. So we have input type is equal to submit and we have input type is equal to reset. These two are inbuilt methods of the form which help you to do a particular task. Like if I have entered my data and my buttons are visible over here. So if I write edit and I say submit, it will refresh my page to say that my data has been submitted. And if I do edit and if I say like I don't want to do any changes in my information, I reset it, you can see my column has changed. So if I do here and I say reset, my data has gone. So nothing is there over there. So this is how your submit and reset button works. Submit will submit it to another page which will be linked to it, or in the form action you can give which page you want to connect to. And same as with the reset, it will reset whatever data is been displayed onto your page. Not only one text box but the multiples of data that you have, it will be resetting it to the original. So that is about submit and reset button. We also learned about input type is equal to file. So if I give input type is equal to file, let's see what is the output it is going to show. So if I give input type is equal to file, it is giving me a section where it says choose file. And when I click on it, it will take me to a particular window and I can select any particular data over there. Right now it is saying no file is chosen. It depends on browser to browser. For some browser it will show like this, a text box with a browse button. You can click on the browse and select the data. But right now it has just come directly, like on the button itself you click. On the button itself you click and it will take you to a page where you want it to select. So any directory which is by default directory, it will take it to that place like my documents, my pictures, and you can select a file from there. Otherwise, you'll have to browse it to the pages where you want it to be. We also learned about input type is equal to radio. So if I write input type is equal to radio onto my code and I just save it and I just write a tag like female as a label for it and I save it and I run, I can see a radio button appearing with a circular, and it's so that's how your radio button is visible onto the screen. Same way you can give multiples of radio button as per the choices that you need and as per the data that you want to display. So if you want to talk about gender, then you will give like male and female as an option to be displayed onto the screen. So either you select male or you select female. Then you have input type is equal to checkbox. So if you give input type is equal to checkbox and you write something like hobbies. So your input type is equal to checkbox will appear where you can click the box and you can see a tick mark. So similarly, you can enter more of your checkboxes so that you can select a multiple of data and then display the particular information onto the screen. In this video, we have understood how to create a form, how to add form elements onto the screen. That's all in this video. Do keep watching my video, do keep supporting me, and do share it with your friends and family so that they can also learn in a simple and an easy way. Do like, share and subscribe to my channel and pass it on.